Hey everybody, it's Preston here, aka Godzilla Hawk, and this is the Triple H versus Undertaker 28 live reactions. This was requested by Kiva Marie Turbo One, who won the Women's Royal Rumble contest back in January. So she got to pick one WrestleMania match for me to react to, and I'm doing WrestleMania 28. It kind of fitting with Triple H retiring. Triple H was always one of my favorites. So we're getting started right here. So they're about to lower the hell in the set of things. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing commentary throughout the entire thing. This match countless times. The one thing before I kind of go on with the match and stuff like that is always loved when they played Metallica's Memory Remains while the Hell in a Cell was looking. That's so fucking badass and eerie at the same time. I wish Hell in a Cell matches would kind of have that. Instead of having a random Hell in a Cell match and you had the cell actually lowering to that music, to the Metallica music, I think that's spot on perfect in my eyes. It's just fucking awesome. I love it. Big fan of the Metallica entrance while the cell is lowering. I always thought they should have kept that in my eyes. This. So I'm just gonna react to the match. So I'm gonna be here for a while because match is a half hour at least. So I might call some spots and stuff like that, but I'm just basically gonna be doing commentary on this match because, like I said, I've seen this match a lot. So, kind of the story on this one. This WrestleMania in particular, WrestleMania 28, is actually the very first WrestleMania I ever watched on pay-per-view, like from top to bottom. Actually, just WrestleMania. I think WrestleMania just in general, yeah, from top to bottom. It was from WrestleMania 20. I remember, if you guys remember Jose, from my YouTube channel back in the day, we had that feud and whatnot. Jose invited me to go over to one of his friends' places, and she ordered the WrestleMania 28, and I was able to go there and be a guest. It was fun. I remember the first match being Daniel Bryan and Sheamus, and I knew Sheamus was winning, but I wanted at least the match to be good, at least. But when that 18-second thing happened, I was pissed. I was the only one angry. I wanted to smash walls. I wanted to leave that place immediately. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I was pissed on that day. But at the same time, I got to witness, Taker and Triple H, which honestly we'll talk about more. Again, to see The Rock and Cena view at a friend's house. Now, the first pay-per-view I had, or at least first WrestleMania that I paid for at my place, was WrestleMania 29, which at this moment that I have seen is the worst WrestleMania I've ever seen in my entire life. I have not seen WrestleMania 9. I've not seen WrestleMania 11. Those two are notorious for some of the worst, if not the two absolute worst. But 29, in my opinion, was the worst because Punk and Taker was really the great match. Everything else was either you didn't care for or was just absolute trash and forgettable. So Taker and Triple H are fighting on the outside by himself. And what I'm about to say piss people off, but I want everyone to understand what I'm talking about here. Even though this match is great, in my opinion, this was the match of the night between Taker and Triple H and WrestleMania 28. Like, as a match, it was awesome. But as a Hell in a Cell match, it's the worst match in my eyes. And the reason why I say that is they barely used the Hell in a Cell. This is literally a 30-minute match, and they only use the cell maybe like 2 or 3 minutes out of the entire match, and the rest of the match they're all inside. It just basically the cell is basically just a prop. It's just sitting there. They're not being creative with it. I mean, I'm not expecting to like go through the door and go on top of the cell, but I'm expecting them to bump on the cell structure a little bit more, and they didn't. I'm sorry, they barely did, and then they just had the rest of the match inside the ring. It basically was a no disqualification, no hold match. Which, if that was the case, that'd be fine. But as a fan of someone that Hell in a Cell is my favorite match stipulation of all time, or gimmick match of all time, you know, just watching it, I just thought it was awesome. But looking back, and I just kind of look back and always go, yeah. And again, it's weird because the match is awesome. Like I said, it's a classic match. But as a Hell in a Cell match adds itself, it's the worst. Just barely used it in like a 30-minute match. Now, honestly, match-wise, Hell in a Cell, like Bossman and Undertaker, is far worse. Far worse. But that was more of a Hell in a Cell match. They actually used the structure more times in that match. Out of what? 10 minutes? Punk and Taker was a better Hell in a Cell match. And that was like 9 minutes. They did more bumps than that. So that's what I'm trying to get. When you have a Hell in a Cell, when you're only using yourself only for a couple minutes, and then that's it, and you don't go back to it for out of 30 minutes, it's not a cell match. It's just there. It's just almost like the structure's just there. So you see back in the ring, and they're Irish ripping, and there's the knee by Triple H, and Taker no sells, this typical dead man no sell, and just lays him out with a clothesline there. So they're back in the ring. They'll go outside for, I think, another minute, and then they go back inside. They just remain inside for the rest of the match. And basically, the Hell in a Cell becomes obsolete, basically. So it's kind of pointless. And like I said, this was the first WrestleMania I ever watched from top to bottom. And like I said, I watched that at somebody's house for free. WrestleMania 29 was the first pay-per-view I ever ordered at my own place, and that was a big mistake. WrestleMania 30, I watched in my house. That was, in my opinion, the most overrated WrestleMania. I never understood why people love that Mania. If you took the Bryan stuff out of it, that Mania, honestly, it's not a very good pay-per-view at all. WrestleMania 32, I think, is highly overhated. It's not one of the best ones, but I don't think it was terrible either. WrestleMania 33, I always thought was good, but kind of going back on it, it's been at best now. Because it felt like the first half of the show was really good, and then the second half was just went downhill. 4 was not a good pay-per-view. 35 was average at best too, but not great. 36 wasn't that good, really. When you look from Tom, it was just below average. And then last year's WrestleMania was actually one of the better ones they did. Since I forgot I skipped 31. Yeah, 32. Yeah, 32 was underrated, but 31 is actually my first WrestleMania I actually ever went to in Santa Clara. Great moment right there. That was a lot of fun. Lost my voice and all that. So not Mania, but I think the last great Mania was last year's WrestleMania. So, I mean, I'm hoping this year's WrestleMania is at least good. But the card and everything's kind of set up. It's like, I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. And Taker going for the leg drop on there on Triple H's sternum/throat. And that's the last time they're going to be, both of them are going to be outside, because basically the remainder of the match is going to be in the ring, except for maybe Triple H and going outside once in a while to like grab a weapon or something. Like I said, this was easily the match of the night. I mean, I thought Rock and Cena was very good, but it was not a classic. I thought Jericho was highly underrated on the show. Nobody ever really talks about that match. I even thought Team Teddy versus Team John Laurinaitis, I thought was a lot of fun. You know, a very fun little big tag team match they did there. I even thought Orton and Kane was very decent. Big Show and Cody was just kind of just there. And of course, Bryan Sheamus was the worst match of the night just because it just lasted 18 seconds. And they got a Divas tag team match and stuff like that. I was like, why wasn't the Divas title on the line? Stuff like that. So Triple H is going for that pedigree on the steps and then just back body drops Triple H off them. So little spot right there. Yeah, so Kiva Marie, Turbo One, she might watch this later on, but because she won the Women's Rumble contest earlier this year, she got to pick one WrestleMania match for me to react to. So I'm doing WrestleMania 28's Undertaker Triple H. That was the match she suggested she wanted me to react to, so I am. So like I said, I've seen this match countless times. So it's not really a match I'm going to be going like move for move. I'm just going to be kind of commentary on it and kind of just talking about the match and kind of all that. Coming in now. A lot of rumors are actually worth speculating. I remember there were a lot of speculation that Taker might come back, Biker Taker or Big Evil, American Badass, because they're the way Undertaker was kind of his. I forgot about the spine buster on the steps there. But because of how Undertaker was like talking, like the way he was cutting promos more human-like and kind of aggressive and kind of like more personality. But also the clips of him clipping his hair, we were all thinking, oh, is he going badass and stuff like that? But no, he just came back his regular dim and so now he had buzz cut basically. But a lot of people were speculating that it could have been Biker Taker. It would be American Badass, which I thought would be kind of interesting to have return of American Badass Taker. But basically, we didn't get return Biker Taker until basically WrestleMania 36 against AJ Styles in that Cinematic Boneyard match, basically. And right here, the spine, the lower back, and then the strength, the raw, animalistic strength of the game. So I think we're about maybe 10 minutes into this match now, and we see Triple H out. Like I was talking about earlier, Triple H is just going to go under the ring and grab some toys and basically weapons. So really, Taker and Undertaker aren't really going to be wrestling anymore, or at least using the cell anymore. Basically, this just turns into a no disqualification, no holds barred match, basically for the rest of the match. And like I said before, I'll say again, as the match as itself, it's great, but as a Hell in a Cell, it's the worst because they don't use the cell that much out of a 30-minute match. And it's like, what's the point of having a Hell in a Cell match if you're barely going to utilize it out of a 30-minute match? So this is why this match has always been complex with me, because the match is awesome, but as a Hell in a Cell match, it's the worst. As a Hell in a Cell match, it just sucks. Because they just barely use the cell. But then I remember about Fiend and Rollins. Yeah, you know, I think that might be about. You know, actually, I take that back. I might actually be set than Bray Wyatt might be worse. Although they used the cell structure more, technically they used the structure more. The match itself was not good at all. The ending sucked, and everything was just. I don't know what would be worse. I think just as a Hell in a Cell match, just structure-wise, I think this match is worse. Especially from top to bottom as a match quality. I mean, this is far superior. The other match, Flout, was just shit. And I know because I was in that building for Hell in a Cell Rollins. And you can go back to one of my YouTube videos on that. That was the worst wrestling show I ever attended, just period. And it wasn't just that main event, it was just everything else involved, like the atmosphere and stuff like that. And Triple H is using those chairs and just battering Taker. I mean, he beat the piss out of Taker with those chair shots. I mean, you saw Taker's back was all bruised up. Like you can see right now, it's all bruised. And one thing I think it doesn't get talked about this much is the story's great. How Shawn's the referee, and Triple H is like being so remorseless to Taker that Shawn's like, dude, just pin him. Just pin Triple H. And Triple H's like, no, you end it. And, I tell him, like, you better ring the bell or else I'll finish him off and stuff like that. But Taker's like, no, this match needs to continue. There has to be a definitive winner. There can't be any ref stoppage. I like that dynamic where Shawn is just stuck in the middle of this. He didn't know exactly what was going to happen. And then, yeah, there was a little bit of blood. You see Triple H got a little cut above his left eye there. Taker got a little bit of blood. We got blood in this match, but I am not going to lie. This is one of the few things I think they should have actually had more blood. But I obviously I know why, because PG product and sponsors and shit like that. I hated that. If you're going to do a Hell in a Cell match, you should have blood in it. Just makes it more violent, makes the structure and the whole environment just much more dangerous. So Triple H is going. He went back on the ring. This is a sledgehammer. And bam! Hits Undertaker with a sledgehammer. There's the cover, and 1, 2, and almost. I'm sorry. Now that I'm getting invested because now they're like, Shawn's really conflicted. Like, he wants to end the match, but he understands he doesn't want to end the streak like that, where it's just where it ends like a rest stoppage, basically. He doesn't want to end it like that, but he's just always been more remorseless. So, and Shawn realizes that, so he's conflicted. Like, what do I do? Do I let the match continue and let Taker possibly have his career ended due to injury, or do I ring the bell to save Taker from getting hurt anymore? And then they're by Undertaker. So another struggling. So Shawn's got Hell's Gate got locked in by Taker, and then Triple H, bam, there we go. So Triple H breaks us, and now Shawn's out for a few minutes. But I love the story of this match. I really, kind of story. Like everybody's kind of conflicted. In the middle, like he doesn't know what I mean, he's best friends with Triple H, but he realizes he wants his match to continue. And now Triple H blow right there, and a Hell's Gate, similar to WrestleMania 27, which was also a great match. Not the best Mania, but a great match for them. Again, I kind of find it wrong that they're doing this today after Triple H announced his retirement. It's unfortunate, but Triple H had a great career. He's always been one of my favorites. A lot of my favorite matches. So, honestly, Triple H and Shawn Michaels, SummerSlam 2002. Shawn Michaels or Triple H versus Stone Cold, I should say, at No 3 Stages of Hell. That was an awesome match. Triple H and Cactus Jack from Royal Rumble 2000. That was a really good one. There's very a few other Triple H matches I'm just not thinking of right now, but Triple H has had a lot of matches I loved and some underrated ones. So everybody's down now. Oh, and you see Charles Robinson. The way he ran down that aisle, I just to say he walled like a little penguin there for a second. I kind of chuckled. I apologize for that. Although he did have that great run in at WrestleMania 24 against Taker and Edge. That was great. Oh, so Taker's gone. Gone right there. Goes for a cover. Charles Robinson in position 1, 2, and Triple H kicks out. So again, I've seen this match before by due to Kiva Marie Turbo 1 winning the Women's Royal Rumble contest. I had one WrestleMania match for me to react to. So she asked me to review this one or react to this one. So I watched. So I'm doing right now. Pissed. So he's got Charles Robinson. Chokeslam. It almost looked like when he took that bump, it almost like he had a little spasm attack for a second there. Now Taker's a little dazed. Triple H is down. Shawn is down. Now both, and the referee's down. And we're basically at the halfway point. A little bit past halfway. Okay, this is the spot. I remember watching this on pay-per-view at the friend's house, and there's sweet chin music right there, right into a pedigree. Pedigree right there. 1, 2, and kick out. Fun. When I watched that live, when I watched this on pay-per-view, I thought Shawn legit count a 3. And when he counted 3, I was jumping. Yeah, Triple H did. Holy shit, yeah, he did. And then it took me like a minute to realize, wait, what's going on? And then turned out he kicked out because I thought I heard him. And I think it was at this moment where super kick right there. Pedigree. Triple H goes for a cover. It is that right there. Okay, as soon as Shawn slid, I think his palm hit the mat. I thought that one. And then he went to 3. That's why I heard. I thought I heard a 3 count, but in reality it was 2. That was one of the best near falls you'll ever see in pro wrestling, period. That was a great near fall. I legit, like I said, I thought it was like I honestly thought he legit counted 3, and then I had to go back and realize, okay, he kicked out 2. Sorry, I'm a little tired because I'm doing this a little bit later than normal. And there's the zombie setup, right? Undertaker. Clearly, Myers, that's actually a fact. Michael Myers did that for the Halloween franchise. Now, Taker making a comeback here. Charles Robinson's. And there we go. Undertaker going for the science, and then he's going to go for his big boot. Yep. Down goes Triple H. Undertaker leg drop. And then he's going to go for his first tombstone attempt. Or, I'm sorry, second tombstone attempt. But he's going to connect with his first one. Going to the tombstone. Shawn gets back in the ring. Cover 1, 2, and just barely kicked out. Ugh. The slobber coming out. I was like, oh, disgusting. I never liked that. So I think I think we have about 5, 10 more minutes left of this match. So Shawn is just in the corner saying he just can't believe like what's going on here. He's so conflicted. Undertaker and Triple H, they're just spent at this point, but they're still continuing to fight because we need to have a winner. Nowadays, they would have just done a DQ finish like they did with Rollins and Wyatt. Again, I was at that pay-per-view live. The crowd was pissed that night. So was I. Still considered, in my opinion, the worst wrestling show I ever attended live, bar none. That was just stupid. But now Undertaker, Triple H getting back to their feet, and they're still fighting. Now there's train blows. Just going back and forth. Charles Robinson there slipped out, so he's out of the way now. So he's on the outside. Oh, try and go for another tombstone and get countered. Right pedigree. And kick out again. Cannot believe it. Like, how is this happening? And when the match starts, turns in Undertaker's favor because next 5 minutes of the I think we have 5 minutes left of this match. Triple H tried to go for a sledgehammer, but Undertaker's got a steel chair, and this is when Taker gives Triple H his receipt with those chair shots to the back. These just suck. Jesus. Those chair shots just sucked on the back. They literally stiffed each other bad, and this one, Jesus. Jesus, like it's like I'm starting to, for not talking, I'm starting to get engaged now. You're trying to go for cover. Do a close-up shot of the Taker's back, just all red and. Triple H and Core try to give. He's got that sledgehammer. Like this is the cheer. Try to use a sledgehammer. And Triple H tells him to suck it and sledgehammer right to the skull, and Triple H, and the ending's coming right here. Taker's gonna go for his final tune-out, and then that'll be the match. It's gone up, and one final tombstone, bam, tombstone right in the middle of the ring, and crosses the arms. Taker pin, Sean counts, and it's over. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's Triple H versus Undertaker, WrestleMania 8. I will be back on here. I don't know when. I might come back up here later again. We'll see, maybe a Q&A or something. My plan is to review Stand Deliver next Saturday and review Night WrestleMania, and then review Night 2 WrestleMania as well. So I plan on doing quite a few reviews next weekend. Maybe I'll do this weekend, maybe Q&A or something, or predictions. We'll see what happens. But that is it for this match. Triple H Undertaker. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to go to bed soon. So with that being said, have a good night, guys. And I'll see you guys next time.